One of my key objectives is to ensure 3D are the very best in our industry. My team is passionate, it's customer focused, with common underlying goals, and all have a complete can-do attitude. To enable us to maintain our standards and retain our USP as we upscale business, our motto is always be better first, then go bigger. And the goal is to always uphold our established reputation as being the go-to company for facility support and engineering services.
One of the key benefits of working at 3D Facility Support is our capability to be as flexible as humanly possible. Particularly in the educational sector, this is a vital component to be able to carry out our work, whether this be in and out of working hours, and to maintain the trust of the client themselves.
So we've got excellent engineers with a high level of skill sets, but within the office we want to maintain that level of customer service, fast response. As much as a fast response outside in the field for the engineers, then we want that same response here.
The vast majority of our engineering workforce are multi-skilled. The reason for this is that it enables us to carry out a number of different works, whether that be through repairs, PPMs or any auxiliary works that are additional outside of any of our maintenance agreements.
At 3D we pride ourselves on all our engineers being dual trade if we can, from some being qualified in F-gas, being able to work on air conditioned refrigeration plant, gas safe in various qualifications from domestic, commercial. I have electricians that are NIC, EIC qualified also, qualified builders and carpenters that work in-house for us. LPG and oil qualifications as well gives us a bit more variation on the appliances and plant we can cover.
All engineers are fully enhanced DVS checked, only for the reason that they won't be able to work in a teaching establishment without being fully enhanced.
Since starting here in 2019, our client base within the educational sector has expanded threefold and is continuing to expand. The more experience that we have with working from schools, we're learning all the time.
And once we're successfully engaged within the contract, we'll arrange for a site visit where we can submit equipment schedules, health and safety method state risk assessments, any COSH, DBS details for any site specific logbooks.
Understanding schools' requirements and budgets is vital for offering a proposal and contracts accordingly.
We're very much focused on the type of environment that the school is. It has its own, schools have their own set of needs, and all our schools are individual sites as well. So every school, we tailor to their needs, that whether it's their opening times, the vulnerabilities of the people that are around, all of those things.
With every school, they're all slightly different with their requirements and needs, but overall we're there to keep them compliant and keep the people and buildings safe. Whether they come to us just needing their heating and gas appliances looked after, some come to us and say keep the whole building compliant, and that's where we have vetted contractors and subcontractors we use to deliver a whole one-stop package to them to ensure the building's safe.
Our latest field management software allows us to streamline our model, maximising efficiency by centralising all of our data and business processes. Simplifying job scheduling, detailed reporting, asset management, customisable dashboards and route optimisation in real time allow us to provide an enhanced customer service experience. Having the capacity to work offline gives us further flexibility, empowering our field engineers and enabling our clients to full access at any time. One of our aims moving forward is to become as sustainable as actively possible. We are currently engaging with a number of initiatives as we become increasingly aware of our carbon footprint, including moving toward electric powered vehicles within our fleet, the installation of long-standing plant equipment, reusing of existing materials, and through this software, allowing us to considerably reduce both our paper usage and waste.
At 3D we work closely with a couple of schools, sort of Chamber of Commerce community sort of networking facilities. Within them they have sort of a charity for every couple of years. We raised upwards of £7,000 for the YMCA in Sutton Coldfield. This year it will be with the Sepsis Trust. We're doing a charity a bike ride, so that will be interesting for the team to get involved with and hopefully raise some more money for good causes.
My name's Graham Swindells. I'm the Finance and Operations Director at Bishop Veazey's Grammar School in Sutton Coldfield. We've been working with 3D Facilities Management for the last 6 years. Our journey with 3D Facilities has been an exceptional experience, but it started out, we were let down quite badly by a previous supplier with regards to our statutory compliance checks. We then decided we would have a look around, and 3D came to the forefront. Since then, it's been a journey of discovery, pleasant discovery, in terms of what they've been able to do for us. They're now doing more than just the statutory maintenance. They are doing proactive and reactive maintenance and repairs. And we also go to them for all our electrical work. They're our go-to people. So ultimately, if we have a problem on site, we will contact 3D without hesitation, knowing that they'll be here as quick as they can be able to resolve any issues that we've got. Having 3D facilities has made a significant difference to the school. We've got so much confidence in the work that they complete, and more importantly, their advice. The process of contacting 3D is quite simple and straightforward. We will contact them, we will be assured the time frame for an engineer to visit us. So if it's an emergency and it means that it could have an impact on the operation of the school, we know that they'll be there within very reasonable time to address the issue. We've had instances where they've actually stayed on site to make sure the issue is resolved. We have no hesitation in contacting them for any support that we require. If any school was to ask me as to whether they should use 3D facilities, I wouldn't hesitate in recommending them. They've been absolutely exceptional for our school. Our relationship has grown and flourished. Ultimately, they are our go-to people for any plant and machinery. And I would advise any school, don't hesitate to pick up the phone or to contact them via email to get them into your school.
My name's Gary Sullivan. I'm site manager at Shore Hill Primary School. I've worked here for 23 years. To deliver a complete package, which is a good thing for schools, you don't want to waste time looking for different contractors. If you have it all in one package, which 3D provide, it's easier for the client. Working with 3D is quite easy because they're just on the end of the telephone line. If I need anything, no matter what it is, they'll come out, have a look, give us a quote, and job done.
It became increasingly difficult to manage all the different areas of the school site. All our property management needs are now looked after. It saved us time, money, and allowed us to spend our time and our focus on teaching and learning.
You're not just a number to them. I actually know the engineers by name and they know me by name. So yeah, it's a good company to have. It's one of the best.
My name's Wayne Powell and I'm a Regional Senior Site Facilitator for HEACT, working across the Walsall region. 3D look after all of our M&E. They're also what we use now as our response for any emergency call-outs. They'll also do any of the quoting and bidding that we need for new plant and equipment works across the sites. 3D facilities were helpful right from the very beginning. They visited the sites, did a thorough look. We had several meetings and obviously they were successful. The working relationship with 3D varies across the different sites dependent on the need, which is great because they're very flexible in that. They can be more of a guide to us as we need it with their expertise, or we can lead with what our requirements are. Having worked with them for over a year now, they're fully established across our sites. We know all of their engineers that are turning up. They inform us when they're going to be here. It's all pre-booked. What we find really helpful from 3D is the response from them. So there's always somebody on the end of the line that we can speak to. There's always somebody there who can give us the correct advice and guidance whenever we need it. Because they've established working with academies before HEACT, I think they already had a good understanding of what the requirements are for working for an academy trust. So they need to make sure that all of their employees are DBS'd. One of the part of the tendering process that was all of their employees need to be DBS who come into our sites, that all of the work is carried out by 3D's own employees, that they don't use subcontractors on a regular basis. And that was part of the tender process and made them stand out, to be honest, as part of the suppliers, because there's not many companies out there that offer that service. They know the way that academies work. They know that we have to keep our schools open. That's the most important thing, that we have to keep them open, we have to keep them safe, and we have to keep them warm. 3D are a big part of that. The employees are always friendly. They're always punctual. We know that if they say they're going to be on site, they will be on site. They know how to behave around pupils, members of staff. We don't even have to say it to them. It's just natural for the 3D's employees to behave in that manner. I'm very happy with every service that we've received from 3D so far. They're a positive asset, and I think you'd be lucky to take them on board as your M&E provider.
If a client engages with 3D Facilities support, they can expect a very personable, trusted, dependable and open book service delivery.